Welcome everyone to the fifth video in making an endless flyer in Godot. And this video is a continuation of the previous video where we are going to make smart missiles and def sequence. So here we have created the explosion script, and here what we're going to do is we want to edit it. So if it isn't dead, then we're going to do some stuff, but of course we need to have a variable def dead, and here we're going to set it to true, and some things here will happen. So I would like to for visual stuff, I would like to do time scale of the engine to 0.1 to make it like slow motion and pretty cool. And now when the airplane explodes, we want some particles. So let's grab the explosion, drag it on the airplane, and let's activate it with emitting simple function to true. Of course, we can check the size of it. So if I press on this, go to inspector, and here you can see that it's pretty small through here. Let's just go to transform and make the scale to 5, let's say. If we run it now, you can see that it's pretty big, but it looks pretty cool. And another thing we want to do is hide the sprite. So I'm gonna do visible to false. And that's pretty much it. So if we run the game now, let's see what happens. We should see some stuff. Yeah, you can see they started exploding, and if they reach us, we explode, and in like a big slow motion. Another thing, you can see those trails which do not look very cool. So what I'm gonna do is when the explosion happens, I'm gonna make them simply just not visible. So I'm gonna just drag them in right here, copy this, and dot visible to false, dot visible to false. Simple as that, and I think this will be good to go for now. We're going to the missile, and we're going to add the separation force. So this will work like that. First, at the top in our apply physics, we will need a new variable, which will be a separation underscore force, and it will be equal to calculate underscore separation underscore force. It's going to be a new function, so I'm going to go down here and create a new function, which will be some interesting stuff. Okay, so here we need some things, and here we're going to have some stuff. So first, let's create a force variable, which will be equal to vector to 0. Basically, if the starting force which our missile should go from other force missiles is 0, because if, for example, that is the only missile, we want it to not go any way and go where it's supposed to go. And basically what we need is our missile underscore group, which will be referenced like this, as we did for in the game manager right here, to call the function for all the group elements. Here it's a little bit different. Get underscore tree dot get nodes in group, and the group is of course missile. So we have referenced all the missiles in this scene right now, and here it's going to be missile in missile underscore group, and here if a missile is equal to self, well, of course we want nothing to do with it and not influence itself. And if it is another missile, then we need to have some things. First is of course distance variable, which will be equal to global position dot distance to, and it's going to be the current checkable missile dot global position. This will calculate the distance between the missile which is checking calculating the separation force, and between the missile we are currently checking with. Of course, I made a mistake here. It's not missile group, it's the individual missile. Here, if distance is less than, and here we will need some variables. So let's create a constant which will be separation underscore distance, which will be equal to 100, and another constant which will be called separation underscore strength equal to 20. Now let's get the separation distance and place it right here. If the distance between those missiles is less than 100, which is our constant, then we want to actually make a difference. And here it's going to be force, which is this variable right here. We want to add the force from global position minus the current checkable missile global position, and we want it to be normalized. And the further it is away, we want to apply the less force, so divide it by the distance. If the distance is very short, we want to apply a very big distance. So this is done, and now out of the for loop but inside the function, we are going to return the force, but it's going to be times the separation strength, since this influences how fast and how multiplied the strength of the separation is. So this is pretty much done. We have the separation force right in our apply physics function, but what we need to do is, after calculating our direction where the missile is trying to go to the airplane, we need another variable which will be called combined underscore direction, and it will be equal to the direction where it's trying to go. And since this is a minus, but we want it to go from that, it will be a minus minus, so it's going to be a plus, and it's going to be our separation force. And again, it's going to be normalized. And now here, instead of direction, it's going to be our combined direction. So that is it. And now it should be completed. Let's try it out. And now instead of having 2 and 5, for now we will have, let's say, 20 just for demonstration. And if we run the game, we can see lots of them show up. But if we look closely, you can see that they are trying to separate from each other because the shortest path from our airplane is behind us, but they're trying to avoid each other while still trying to chase us. So this looks awesome, and you can see that they try not to intervene with each other's work, and this looks very miniature but looks very cool as well. So yeah, you can see that the faster ones go closer because the force giving to them without the separation force is greater than the separation force, so they like push through, and you can see that the fastest ones still stay the closest to us. And if we do some movements, you can see that they explode with each other quite well. And we have exploded. Of course, we do not have an ending condition, we do not restart the game, and that's what we're going to do in the next video with UI as well. So thank you for watching, and goodbye.